welcome back, Wargamers, to another King Bonsai Journey vlog. So, I am currently traveling down to Nova Open 2018. This is actually my third Nova, only the second one I've recorded though. And yeah, so I have quite a few miniatures with me this time. So first off, I have my GT army of 12 Iron Hills dwarves with spear and shield, one of them with a banner, 8 with spear and crossbow, Dane foot and mounted, Gloin, as well as Radagast on horse with Sebastian, as well as his foot version. And so yeah, Radagast will be the general, and yeah, so he gives some more good magic support, kind of covers some of the dwarves' weaknesses and heightens their strengths. And yeah, for my doubles army, I am bringing Aristor leading 12 high elves with spear and shield, and Arwen with 2 high elves with spear and shield, and 8 with high elf and elven bow, as well as an elven blade, so that they can both deal damage and shoot a lot, because they have the lower defense anyway from the bow. They might as well be the ones to go two-handed with more killing power. So Arwen also has an elven cloak. And yeah, my doubles partner will be Timothy Hickson, and he will be bringing an Arnor force. So Arnor and Erigian. So thematic and also competitive kind of mixture of forces. So yeah, in addition to that, I'm bringing an additional warband of Iron Hills, warband of Gundabad, and as well as a Balrog, a Gundabad troll, and my display base that Alex Wright made, and all that for painting competitions. The display base is just to show off my GT army, not competing for the display board competition, because obviously I didn't make the display board. But yeah, just make my army look a little bit cooler. And yeah, the other stuff, as well as my Golb miniature and some of the high elves, a warband of those, as well as my Arwen miniature that I painted up, are all going to the Capital Palette painting competition. And yeah, I do hope to do well in the painting competition. And yeah, I will let you know when we get to the venue and for our first doubles game. See you then. So after our first doubles game, me and my partner Tim Hickson, we won 8-1, and so we were playing a High Elven and Arnor mix.
Capture and control was the scenario.
And pretty much we were playing a Harad and Dark Mordor, Umbard, Black Numenorians, Mordor, Morannon Orcs, and Ringwraith West. And so pretty much we deployed on the front line, and they split one of their war bands and then retreated. So we essentially wheeled around their main force, which they tried to piecemeal, a side force we had, but we were able to reinforce it enough that it held until the end of the game, whereas we swept around from the other side, pushing him back and essentially claiming 4 of the 5 objectives, with the 5th one being contested, which gave us the 8-1 score.
Unfortunately, Halberad fell in the last turn, so
very, very sad. Not good. Another save fate or Malbeth save would have done it, but yeah. Interestingly, I didn't lose a single model. My half of the army didn't lose a single model.
Go ahead, Robert did. I was 2 models away from breakpoint.
Yeah, not many models died at all that game, except, you know, like they had maybe 12 die on their side, 10 on our side, so it was only a few turns, but there was a lot of strategy into it, and yeah, anything else?
Yeah, we reinforced our right flank as best we could. 3 Rangers sacrificed their life to stall their cavalry, a critical 3 turns, and that is what saved our game.
Yeah.
The right flank was nothing more than a Pyrrhic holding action. And then Ryan just swept the left and took their legs out from under them.
Yeah, if they had another 1 or 2 turns, they would have claimed at least another 2 objectives.
It would have been a draw or a victory for them.
Yeah, so that was definitely a case where the time helped us, and we are now going into our next round on a major win.
Yep.
So So yeah, looking forward to that, and I will come back after that game. See you then. So welcome back. So unfortunately, due to time, we are not able to record one specifically after round 2. So we'll be summing up round 2 and then going into round 3, which we have just completed. So round 2, we drew against Matt and Evan Iverson, who are part of the New England group that I am in, and unfortunately, we had really bad deployment rules. It was Reconnoiter, and we didn't come on until turn 4, most of our stuff, so we played more defensively, and we were really fighting a losing battle. 1 or 2 times, like, Arwen nearly got Nature's Wrath off that could have maybe won us the game. Didn't work, so, you know, if a few things were different, we might have still pulled out a win, or at least a minor loss, but in the end, we lost 10-2. Any others?
No, it was still a great game against 2 of the top players in the U.S., and it was a thrill ride, even knowing that we were fighting a defensive battle in Reconnoiter, which is pretty much a recipe to lose. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
2 class acts.
Yeah, I do wish my elves at one point, they took too long. I went to one flank and then he moved, and it took too long to get my extra elves over. And that could have changed things if they were there 1 turn sooner. You know, we might have broken him, maybe not, but it would have been worth a shot. And then in game 3, we were actually on table 2 when we were playing Matt and Evan, so we were pretty high up, got knocked back down. Oh well. And so yeah, major loss. And then in the next game, we played an Angmar Mordor force on a snowboard, having Arnor and High Elves. I mean, can you get more thematic than that?
Yeah, it's basically the Witch King with the forces you would have seen coming out of Angmar, and then of course the Angmar force with Gullivar and a couple of specters. And, Arnor and Rivendell, we are an Arnor, Fall of Arnor, Fall of Angmar theme, and I am very happy to say Angmar fell, but it cost us. So Arnor is no more, unfortunately, but we came out with a minor win.
Yeah, it was Fog of War, and we protected Airstore. He could have been killed at the end, but fortunately he wasn't. And we also broke him in the last turn of the game. A really funny thing is at the beginning of the game, he forgot to cast Fury first turn. We killed an orc due to shooting, because our plan was to have them shoot so that we could kill Gullivar since he was our target. We both had ice puddles that were our target to kill, but or to take. Neither of us got that. But then that one orc, we were like, that one orc's going to be the difference. You know, if it is, we're going to say it, and it was. We broke him by 1 model. Broke one of the forces by 1 model, giving us 3. And so we had 6, but they had kept their hero safe, the Shade, and done 1 wound to Malbeth, and he had just saved it through Malbeth's saves.
Malbeth was stellar in this game. Not only did he save his own life twice over, but he saved our combat line just over and over and over.
And Arwen, too.
Yes.
Arwen would have been probably toasted. Maybe she could have passed her fate, but yeah, Malbeth saved the game, and and so it came down. We didn't manage to kill Gullivar because he heroic struck up and then got the 6, because he got over into our line, but it worked out very well that, you know, Gullivar wasn't able to get Malbeth, so it turned out we got a minor win, and that's very much Arnor won, but not, but more of a pathetic victory. We win, we conquer, but we're dead too.
Yeah, great game against Jeremy and Terry, as I recall. They're the 2 of the guys running Adepticon this year, and class act. And it went to the last turn, literally the last die roll.
Yeah, it was one of the closest games I've ever played. Still didn't get quite as close as my game against Newton, in which I won by 2 dwarves being millimeters within objectives. That's hard to get closer than that. I mean, I'd say that's harder to get than a last die roll. So, yeah, we will now be going into the award ceremony on 7 tournament points and 14 victory points.
So probably middle of the field. I expected we may have broken the top half, which, to me, that's where I was shooting for. And 3 great games. I mean, they were stupendous, and that's the best part of this game. Even the loss, even though we knew we were going to be taking the beating, it was still a great game.
Yeah, I think the last one was my favorite.
Absolutely.
Because that was so thematic, and it was so back and forth. Like, oh my goodness, we can do it! No, we can't! Like, it was...
And our opponents were very patient with the fact that we could not agree on tactics. And more than once, it was an argument between us.
Yeah, and I do wonder, like, if either of us if we hadn't compromised, which way the battle would have swung.
No, we probably would have lost. because there were things that you had as ideas that worked out well. I mean, that orc that won us the game for all intents and purposes, that's because we followed your tactics early on, and the fact that we got to a position where we could break them was because we switched to my tactics at just the right time.
Yeah, it couldn't have been more perfect, and other than maybe killing Gullivar, but that was down to the dice.
Yeah, there are some dice rolls you just can't win.
Yeah, so that was a very good game, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the award ceremony.
Absolutely.
And see you then.